Hi guys, so continuing on with the new items that Diamond Press has brought to HSN, I have a couple items that I think will pair well together, and I know the large sentiment dies just came on live here on HSN, so I will have the links in the description box. Those will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you purchase items to those links. And these items were sent free of charge for my review, and of course all opinions are my own. But like I said, I have the large sentiment dies, and I have the slimline edge borders with phrases. So they do have their own phrases that are like drop-ins. And then these guys are large sentiments. So let me open this up and then we'll check out the slimline borders. These are so wonderful. So today is just going to be die cutting and putting that together. And I love the way Diamond Press does their large sentiments. They're really nice. So this time we have like block lettering. We have thanks, we have wishes, happy, way to go. Oh, I love it. And then you make me smile. How fun. And then and then look at all these like thinner, smaller sentiments that pair up together. So you can put this like on top of this, just depending. We'll check that out in the inspo sheet. Just to give you an idea as far as sizing. Let me get this. Let's see. This one is like 3 3/4. Well, no, 3.5. About 3.5 inches, I would say. Same with this guy. So just to give you some idea there. This one's like 3 inches tall. These guys are like almost 1 3/4 inches tall or so. And so we have all those pretty things here. And then this is the inspo or instruction sheet. So we have like thanks so much, thanks for everything, or like the thinner dies, wishes, birthday wishes or warmest wishes, thinking of you, missing you, happy birthday, happy for you. Lots of ways to pair that. Way to go. We saw that when you make me smile, and stay strong is the one that's on right here. Really, really pretty. I love the idea of this. And then they always come with a cutting folder. This is the cutting folder that will go through the marquee. And of course, you can, any machine that cuts thin metal dies will cut thin metal dies, which are these here. And then this is the slimline edge borders with phrases. Let's check this out. And we're going to open this guy up. And here we have this border. Look at that. So they don't cut the back edge, they just cut that decorative edge. And then you can just pair these in however you like. So when I mentioned drop in, a lot of times Diamond Press will have some where you take this and there's a certain area you're going to pop it into. But with these you can just place them wherever it is and they just cut in. So we have this edge here. I'm assuming it's going to be about 8.5. Yep. So if I look at the very cutting edge, it's almost 9 inches tall. So that means you can take off a little bit or however, but it's a little oversized, which is really nice. And then it has like this star set up here, and whatever stars pop out of here, you can definitely shaker them or put them back on your project. That's really cute. I can see that this one cuts out completely. This one just makes like a little area where it stays in. I don't know if you can see that it's not completely cut out, so it's just a different way of playing with that. This beautiful scallop like shell edge, really stylized, very lacy edge here. There's a name for this kind of design and I can't think of it right now. It's like a trim that I've seen before, but I don't know the name. And then we have all these drop-ins. So let's see the inspo sheet and see what the drop-ins say, but they're showing you here, like if you want to put that there and then just add your little drop-in. You can pop that in on any card, any place. I mean, these are, I would say, like maybe 4 inches wide. You're absolutely amazing. You shine bright. Happy hello. Shine on, my friend. You are enough. Love you, girl. Oh, that's so sweet. Really fun, trendy, fresh sayings, right? So what I'm going to do is grab some papers and we're just going to put something together. Okay, so what I'm going to do is use these shades of pinks, and this will be my base card. So I'm going to make a slimline card base, and our paper is already 8.5 inches wide, so I'm going to cut it 7 inches in the other direction. Just getting my little foot here. All right, and so 7 here. And then I am going to cut a piece down that's going to mat over this with this beautiful kind of coral pink color. And let me think, do I want 8.5? Let me make sure this paper, sometimes I have A2 paper, sometimes I have A4 papers. Yeah, this is 8.25, so that's going to have to be cut in a different way. So this is A4 size paper. It doesn't go to 8.5. So I'm going to cut it My Slimline is usually 8.5 by 3.5, so I'm gonna cut it at 3. Let's say 2 3/4 inches, again by 8.5. Let me cut this other side off by 8.5. So it's the same length, and I'm just kind of guessing at what size I want to cut it into because I'm going to use this scalloped edge here, and then I'm just going to need a little piece of this Baroque color. So let me clean up a little bit and I'll be right back. So we're going to score our card base. Again, it's 8.5 by 7, so on the 7-inch side I'm going to score it at 3.5, and I always make sure that's the 7-inch side. This is some really thick paper, so I like to give it a couple scores. And just pop this on here. And I think I'm going to mix and match some of the sentiments because I was going to go in here and put this beautiful scallop edge. And that would be lovely. But I think I'm also going to pop in one of the sentiments here and then have the other sentiment just boom right on there. So I'm going to take this guy. And again, I just cut this paper, you know, just kind of guessing how much of the paper I need. Probably going to go much less than that when I actually place this on here. And I'm just eyeballing that just to center it. Maybe a little smaller even than that. And it'll leave a little scallop like that. So I'm just kind of maybe there. That looks good. And I'm just looking to see how straight it is. I'm looking top and bottom just so it's more centered up and down. And I'm going to tape this down right here and right here. And then before I really tape it down, I think I'm going to use Way to Go. And so a sentiment that pairs up with that Way to Go, you have You Shine Bright, You're Absolutely Amazing. I mean, there's just so sweet. Happy Hello. Let's do You Shine Bright. And I'm going to have it kind of going down the side. I'm just trying to think if I want to go it this way or this way. Probably this way. I'm just going to pop that right there. And then I'm just going to run this one sheet through, obviously this top sheet here. So I'm just popping that in there. Make sure that doesn't move. And I'm just going to run this through the marquee, okay? So in the larger cutting folder, of course, that comes with the border. Okay, so I just pop that in, and I'll be right back. Okay, and here we have this pretty border. And then we have the lettering. You can always pop the letters back in with a different color or whatever it is that you'd like to do. But there that is, with the sentiment cut into it. Pretty cool. And then over here, I'm going to take this shiny Baroque rose color paper, and again, I'm going to go ahead and run this through, and I'll be right back. Way to go. So I'm going to bring this over, and I'm just going to glue this down right along the edge. You can leave yourself a little bit of edge if you want, like back here, just a little more stylized, or right up to the edge. I think that looks pretty right there. And then look at that, just a simple die cut card with the different sentiments on there. So pretty. So I'm going to take a moment to glue this down, and then I'll come back and glue down our sentiment. But I'm just going to put glue on the back of this and just pop it down right here, okay? And I'll be right back. Just pop that on there. And look how pretty that is. Just a simple card, just like that. And then I'm going to have Way to Go. And I'm just going to put my glue on very lightly on this because, again, it's a metallic paper, and sometimes glue will want to make it pucker on the other side. So just a little glue, a little touch of glue here and there. And I'll pop that right up here. I'm going to hold that down, and I'll be right back. Okay, just beautiful, simple. Look at that. So for this next one, I'm just going to do something a little bit different, and we'll see how that comes together. So I have a piece of paper here. It is 4 1/4 by 11, so 11, and then I just cut it as wide, you know, so when we score it'll be 4 1/4 by 5.5, but just fold it in a different orientation. And I'm going to go ahead and score it at 5.5 just so I have a better idea of where I'm going to be placing my border die. So at 5.5, and you can give it a score right now if you wanted to, but you can just wait till afterwards. But all I'm going to do with this one, and I'm doing it this way for a reason. You can also orient it the other direction, like a regular card, like this, that opens, you know, the regular way. But to put in the marquee, we want to do it a little bit different so that it fits in there this way. And so what I'm going to do is take that and so I can run it down this way, I can run it down the side, wherever you want to put it, but what I'm going to do is take this star border and just run it down the edge of the card itself, so the whole card. So you can, you know, put it down here, you can make it so it's down at the bottom edge, so if you open the card this way, on the side, whatever it is that you want to do. I'm just going to try this out. So I'm just going to place this down in here. Like right there, just so it's right at the edge. And I'm going to tape that pretty well. And then I'm going to run this through the marquee, and let me get my cutting. So I'm just going to take this and place it in here, and basically just to the edge. I mean, you can put the whole card, but it's best to just leave that part sticking out, the part you're not going to be cutting anyway. So I'm going to put that right up to there and run that through, and I'll just show you. I'll run this through very slowly. And whenever I have a long die, I like to hold on to it until it kind of gets to the area of being taken in. And then we're going to cut away the rest, so I'll show you. Look at all the little stars that cut out of there. So cute. Okay, and then I'm just going to cut this part away here, so let me grab some scissors. I could put it up just a little bit more also. Right to the edge. And I'll just take this little bit away. And we have this little die cut already on the card. Now you can do it separately. Of course, you can cut a whole other piece of paper and put it on top, but I just thought this was a fun thing to do. And honestly, if you wanted to run this whole thing through the hole, you could have done this whole thing and then added it back at the end, because obviously this is about, like I said, about 9 inches. This is 11-inch paper. Run it through and then add it again, and then you could have like the whole thing die cut on the edge the whole way. But let me clean up a little bit, and then I'm going to cut our sentiment, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so I cut a little piece of silver metallic paper. I was just gonna leave it like this, but this paper that I use is very thin. It's like 65-pound paper, so it's very thin. So I cut this piece of paper just under 5.5, so I know it would tuck in here nicely, and then I'm going to place it there, and I am going to go ahead and adhere it to the front flap. So I'll do that in just a minute. And then I want to use the word happy from this set here, and I'm going to cut it from this lighter blue paper, just so it pops on there, and then I think I'm going to use, for you. So this is for you right here, and I'm going to cut that again from that same silver paper that I have kind of left over here. So I'll run those through in just a second, and then we'll pop those on top. But for now, I'm just going to glue this part down, and so that would mean putting glue here. Again, if I used some sturdier paper, I would have just left it because I like the border just being free. But since I use this, I will not do that. Oh, and then I can show you a little bit. I'm putting glue all over the whole thing, but let me show you something. These little portions don't have to be glued down if you don't want them to. Right in here, you can kind of pop them up like this area. See how they're just kind of disconnected but connected so that they don't come out completely. Alright, I'm going to hold that down for a second, and when I come back I'll have run these through and we'll make a second card. Okay. So awesome. I love a nice big sentiment. Just pop it on there. Good to go. Get this out of here carefully. There we go. I'm just going to pop that on there, and then with the for you over the top. Oh my gosh, look at this. I love these kind of sentiments. They're so cute. Okay, so I'm just going to take a moment to put glue all over the back of this one, and then I'll come back to show you how I glue that one down. I'm just holding that down. And then for you, I'm just going to put glue on the back of my hand. And just get that dipped in there. And take that and pop that right on here. And I'm just kind of eyeballing like how much curly Q is over here compared to over here, and that's how I'm centering it. Center it however you like. So they are two really quick and easy cards made with these two sets here. Super sweet. Thank you so much, Diamond Press, for sending these items for review. I'll have some images coming up. I'll have the links in the description box. And I'll keep them coming, guys. There's a few other really sweet items that I'm going to be tutorializing coming right up, okay? Thanks for watching. Bye now.